Welcome to Pensions 101, a series designed to help you make sense of pensions. My name is Matthew, and today we're discussing what happens to a pension during a divorce. Finances play a big role in divorce, and your pension is no different. A couple's pensions are usually included in any financial settlements, alongside other assets. There are 4 ways pensions can be split in the UK: a pension sharing order, PSO, pension offsetting, a pension attachment order, and deferred pension sharing. Let's start. A pension sharing order, or PSO, is a court order that allows couples to divide their pension funds upon divorce or the dissolution of a civil partnership. To get a pension sharing order, you'll need to apply to the court. The court will then decide how much of the pension each person should receive. The amount of the pension that's shared will depend on a number of factors, such as the length of the marriage, the age of each person, and their individual pension savings. Once the courts issue a pension sharing order, the pension provider will transfer the relevant amount of the pension to the other person. The person receiving the pension can usually choose whether to leave it in the same pension scheme or transfer it to a different pension scheme of their choice. Pension sharing orders can be a helpful way to divide pension funds fairly in a divorce or the dissolution of a civil partnership. They can also help to ensure that both parties have a secure financial future. But pension sharing orders aren't the only way of splitting assets. Another method is pension offsetting. This is where you use the value of your pension to offset other assets. For example, one person might keep the entirety of their pension, while their former partner takes a larger share of another asset, like a shared property. If you've chosen property, for example, over pension savings in a divorce or dissolution, it's important to plan ahead and make sure that you'll have enough money for retirement. Another method is a pension attachment order. This means that when one person starts to take their pension, their former partner is paid a share of that income. In England, Wales, and Northern Ireland, it's known as a pension attachment order. But in Scotland, it's referred to as a pension earmarking. The main difference in Scotland is that the order can only include one or both of the individual's tax-free cash and any lump sum upon death. And finally, a deferred lump sum or deferred pension sharing. A deferred lump sum is where one person receives a lump sum when their former partner retires. Deferred pension sharing is commonly used when there is a significant age gap between each person. If one person is already taking an income from a pension, their former partner can delay taking their share of the pension until they reach pension age themselves. Pension claims can be made at any time after the divorce until your financial settlement has been formally agreed. In order to make a financial settlement legally binding, your solicitor needs to draw a consent or court order. This order then needs to be approved by the court. Once the order is finalised, no more claims for money can be made. Be aware that if you live in Scotland, only the pension amounts saved during your marriage will be counted for the split. And in some cases, you could lose your pension entitlement if you remarry. It's always worth checking the fine print on the pension separation agreement you choose to ensure it's suitable for your needs. And what about the state pension? Well, there's different rules for state pension benefits. You can find more information at Money Helper. Sorting your finances during a divorce or the dissolution of a civil partnership can be complicated. You can find more information on the PensionBee website in our Pensions Explained hub. Remember, Pensions are an investment. As with all investments, the value of your pot can go down as well as up over time. Your capital is at risk. Thanks for watching.